What's up everyone, Billy here from Box Collectibles bringing you another toy review, and today we're looking at the DX Gavarion Dornado from Project R.E.D Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity. This is the power-up auxiliary mecha of the show, showing up about halfway through to give the Cosmo Gavarion a power-up. It's been featured pretty heavily since its debut. It is a direct homage to Dole, the dragon from Gavan, the original Gavan. But yeah, just updated look and then different things that it can do because it becomes a mecha armor set. But yeah, I got this from Amazon Japan through JP Fans, which, speaking of,
this review is sponsored by JP Fans. JP Fans is a Japanese proxy service that allows you to purchase the latest items from your favorite series straight from Japan. JP Fans allows you to buy from sellers such as Amazon Japan and Mercari Japan. Their auto-translate function allows you to type in English and be able to find what you're looking for. Once ordered, JP Fans has everything shipped to your own personal warehouse where everything goes under a product quality inspection. Once ready, you're able to combine shipping to save a ton of money on fees. Use my code that you can find in my link tree and the description of this video for $86 worth of coupons and a 50% off Mercari coupon for free. Using JP Fans with my code helps support the channel, so thanks as always.
So yeah, since I got it from Amazon Japan, I got that special Gavan Infinity Amor gear. It's one of the, they've been doing them a lot recently where like you buy something from like a toy store, you get a special campaign item. Amazon Japan does that. So I got it. We'll go over more details of that and more gear once I go over it in the review. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. And here's the box. Front of it just showing off the Dornado, Cosmo Gavarion KI, Gavan Infinity, the more gear down here. I can't wait to show off some details on that. And then on the side, some more stuff just showing off what the toy does. And then over here, Infinity with the vacuum cleaner mode. And then up here, just showing off the same picture of Infinity, what the buttons all do. There's a ton of different things that the buttons do, and it all depends on the modes, and I think it's pretty neat. And then up here, the Gavarion Dornado. Then here's my favorite mode, the Cosmo Gavarion type Dornado. Over here, KI again, close up on the head. And then the 3 different interactions it does, even though technically 4, because I don't know, however you want to call it. These toys have a lot of playability, and that's one thing I like about Gavan Infinity. And then down here, a bunch of words and another picture of Dornado. Real quick, before we get into the Dornado specific stuff, here is the Gavan Infinity Amor gear. Honestly, I wish this is what they did for the Amor gears, like the transformation ones. Just little rage-induced Gavan Infinity face. It is one of the twist ones, not a button, but there's its like sealed mode. Then importantly, back here, everyone's favorite part about it. But yeah, no, I like the face a lot on this one. Here's the Gavarion Trigger. You can go ahead and open it up and put the Infinity Amor gear in. And yeah, there's no extra like transformation sounds or anything. It's just an emotional burst. And here is Respectron KI. It is this like UFO based Amor gear. The head of the mecha. I think it's great because you can see right here, it's a cow getting abducted. I think that's just amazing for like this. I don't know. I'm not big on like the Amor gears themselves, but I like all the ones that are the heads because they all have little niche things about them. And this one just being a flying saucer is hilarious. And here is the Dornado unit as its like weapon mode. It's basically like a vacuum cleaner blaster thing because it has 2 different modes technically in this mode. For the first one, you want to switch it on to the first little notch. And then for the second one, you will take the mouth. You see how it's like this? It's supposed to be like sucking up everything because the jaw is open. You turn it and then have the dragon head. Like that. And so that's just the different sounds in that mode, the weapon mode. It's more like a chain. I don't know. There's a bunch of different things it does in the show. They gotta sell the toys and have different playability. But to go from this mode into the dragon, you just turn the neck like that. Come back here. There are clips on the inside. You see this button here. Comes off. Same button over here. Tail comes off. And then you just plug it in. It is a Robo Universe peg. So if anyone wants to make a giant train out of the Dornado unit, you can. And then just take KI, open up these wings, and you see there's this button here. We're going to switch it back to this first notch first. And you plug it in. And so you get those sounds in that mode. So Spectron KI, that's the name of the more gear. And then you can press the button on the wing. And you just get a looping sound, and then you can turn it to 2, where the sound won't continuously play. You get the dragon sounds. Like so. And that's it for it in this mode. It has some neck posability, so you can do like that, or like you can turn the neck a little bit, have it look a little bit more dynamic. But yeah, so it just sits there like that. We can bring in the Cosmo Gavarion so you can see the size comparison. It is technically longer because of the tail than the Cosmo Gavarion. But the best part is combining them. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. First, you'll want to take KI off. And then take off the tail. And then we can go ahead and the same port where all the other weapons, these clips down here, it has a spot down here. You can see where it clips in. And it just clips in there. These chest parts kind of just peg in down here. We'll go over that later. Like so. And then you want to clasp these on, and it kind of unpegs it, so you need to go back and peg the arm in. Like that. We'll go ahead and turn off the sounds for now. You need to take KI, who has a Robo Universe peg in his head, combine it like so, and then it's going to become the head, so you need to have it on the one side so it can peg into the Amorgear slot back here. And it doesn't make sound. It's kind of similar to the Akatsuki ring, where it doesn't make sounds necessarily like this. It will once it presses the button. And it does one thing better than the Tegosaurus Akatsuki, where it combines the Cosmo Gavarion and Dornado's like sounds together, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, this is the Cosmo Gavarion type Dornado. It's massive. It's long. For comparison, here are both the drill and jet. And you can see back to back, they're just barely still shorter. With how big it is. So I think that's pretty cool. I like I said, my favorite combinations are the ones where it's the ship and like one of the units compared to the mecha forms. And from here we can go ahead and transform into the Cosmo Gavarion KI. We need to detach the unit. And then also take the tail off from the back. And for sound purposes, it might just be best to go ahead and reactivate KI. And then we go ahead and transform into Cosmo Gavarion the same way. Like so, but we'll want the cannon arm like this. So instead of like this, it turns forward. Then one of them already came off, but we need these. They peg in here. We need these chest pieces. They just come off. And like so. You go ahead and plug that in. Then we need to take the Dornado unit and press these buttons on the side to detach the head. And then there's clips in here, and this clip, and that goes onto the back. There's clips on its butt, and then one up here. And then we're going to switch it in a second. Go ahead and put the dragon head. It goes into the cannon and slots into here. And then the tail with its Robo Universe peg goes like that. It is upside down instead of the other way. So it's like that. Let's go ahead and switch the sounds back on. It's going to be really weird for a second. The goggles slide down like so, and then you flip the horn up. And so yeah, it's kind of hard to get in camera just because of the giant dragon chain gun, but that works. I really like the look of it. Obviously, I prefer the spaceship mode a lot more than the robot mode, as I said. But you do get a pretty unique looking mecha. I like it takes the rigidness away from the Cosmo Gavarion and the Gavarion Trigger and makes it more round just because of what's added. And then, the gigantic dragon head is really cool. You just have it out of focus because of how close it is. But yeah, you can still do all the dragon things, open its mouth. We can do the and since this arm is free, I have the jet here handy to do it. You can combine it still, and it can have dual-wielded weapons like that. Probably put it further back so you can see better. But yeah, I imagine them leaving that open is so they can do this in the future with other things or whatever. You have both. It's heavy on these ends, so like it's very impressive that the Cosmo Gavarion can stand up without it having a lean on them. And that's been it for this one. My final thoughts on the Dornado. It's my favorite out of everything that Gavin's put out so far. In combination with the Gavarion Trigger, but just the toy itself, there's so much playability. I think it's just, very good. It makes me look forward to seeing if they're going to top it with, whatever final mech they have. But yeah, overall design, very good. Dragon's great. The more gear with the tiny cow, awesome. Very creative to include something like that, something like super niche. But yeah, and then also if you're looking to get something like this, it's hard to order from Amazon Japan right now, just because of all the restrictions with batteries and whatnot. But if you use my code in my description for JP fans to sign up there, you get a bunch of coupons to help you with shipping and a 50% off Mercari coupon where you can get other toys, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, anything like that. And then also, it gets a kickback comes to me to be able to help my content and whatnot and bring you guys more reviews. But like I was saying, ordering through JP Fans for Amazon Japan is super easy, helps you get all the cool exclusives and whatnot without the hassle of like, oh, this thing isn't available to ship to my region. It is, it's just, you can work through JP Fans. They have, their shipping costs and whatnot, but it's pretty affordable compared to what Amazon Japan has been putting out. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/Bacchus Collectibles for pictures of the Dornado and everything about it. Different comparisons and, combinations, especially with all those Robo Universe pegs. I gotta figure out something cool to make. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching.